I'm nervous. Are you nervous?
I'm nervous.
I'm Krissy.
And I'm Michelle.
And this is a Morally Grayscale,
where we talk all things bookishly gray.
I can't believe we're finally here.
Finally.
This has been, like a year in the making. But it was like September when we're like, hey, we should make, we've talked about it. Let's actually do it.
Yeah. It's been a long time coming, and unfortunately I had to travel for work, so we had to wait a little bit longer to actually...
Totally fine. It gave us time to get everything set up and kind of worked out. Still had some technical issues today, but those are solved. We have a mic. It's working. I think this works for us.
I think we're a podcast.
Oh my God, are we a podcast?
I think we're a podcast.
We're so happy to have you guys here with us. We love talking books. We talk books all the time. Actually, it's one of the first things that made us bond a little bit. We were friends at work, and I think once you became a reader, it kind of brought us together even
yeah,
we realized also how many things we had in common. That's kind of what first connected us, and then there was more after that.
Yeah, I would say in general, I feel like books bring people together. Mm-hmm. And when you can share something that you enjoy with a person that you're already friends with, mm-hmm. I think it just makes things a little bit easier, and then it also escapes the reality and the drama and what we have going on, whether in our personal lives or our professional lives, and it's just a nice way to kind of take a step back and jump into a new world.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So what do we want to see from our podcast? I think we don't want to be the stereotypic, not that I watch a lot of book podcasts, but a lot of them are a book club and they talk about one book. That's kind of not what we want to do necessarily. Want to talk about maybe book talk drama, the books that we're currently reading, but not delve too deep into each one of them.
Hashtag spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Are hashtags even a thing anymore?
I don't know. Millennial life.
We're old.
I have no idea. I am 34, so I am old.
And I'm 33, so
yeah, you're right there. 34-year-old mom. Ew.
Ew.
It's disgusting. And I do think that actually kind of I don't know if it'll help or bring different perspectives. I'm married, have a young kid and everything.
And I am single as single can be, what we call chronically single. No children, don't want children.
Oh. She has fun with her niece,
Yeah. So we do have some good perspectives.
Yeah,
and
different perspectives as well.
Yeah.
And hopefully that'll help with, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
it might dive into, some of,
or maybe it won't. Who knows? But what you guys want to see, because we want this podcast to be for the people, of the people.
Okay, Abraham Lincoln.
For the reader, by the reader.
Full skull and 7 years ago.
Not quite that old. Oh my God. Close.
But you guys, we also want to include you guys in our friendship. We want to laugh with you, and we want to make new friends and just get everybody together and involved.
Yeah.
And know that there's somebody who's always on the same side of the scale that you are.
Yes. And that is such a good transition to talk about where we are on the scale.
Yeah.
We wanted our bookshelves to kind of represent us as a reader a little bit. So mine is a little bit lighter than hers. I have a whole shelf dedicated to Brandon Sanderson. I have a romantasy shelf. I'm a lighter reader. The plot is very important to me.
And I fall on the dark gray and sometimes morally black side of the scale. I will read some heavy stuff. I have cried to books that may or may not be cried to by other people. But, one of my favorite like dark romance series is, I feel like a lot of people's as well is the Lords series. Tyson is my favorite. And I mean, he literally kidnaps a woman and forces her to marry him. So, you know.
Who wouldn't like that?
Yeah.
You know? Okay, but as light as I am, this is where we're going to put our current reads, and we just happen to be both reading the same book right now. I have read the Ruinous Love trilogy, and I've enjoyed it. I didn't like Leather and Lark that much. Let's not get into that yet. I did love Butcher and Blackbird. I like Lights Out. Mindfuck is one of my favorite series. I even have it on my favorite books blanket that we have. It's down there. So I do have some things that aren't as light.
Yeah.
But for me, the plot has to be the heavier item. And that might be why Lights Out is not like my favorite, because it's definitely more sex heavy than...
It does have a lot of smut in it. That is for sure. Yeah. I
fully support it. I'm one of the girlies. I support it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, no judgment.
I accidentally recommended that book to my mom. And we listened to it together on a road trip from...
Did she like it, though? Or is she not taking recommendations from you anymore?
No, so she really enjoyed Butcher and Blackbird.
Yeah.
Because initially,
I think my mom would like it, too.
That was the first dark rom-com that I recommended to my mom. Mm-hmm. Because she wanted a romantic comedy type thing, and I had just read Butcher and Blackbird, and I was obsessed. I'm still obsessed with Butcher and Blackbird. It's Rottler.
Yes, queen.
And she really enjoyed it. And then I was like, oh, well, if you liked Butcher and Blackbird, you'll love Lights Out. Because in my brain, same genre, same kind of banter, same, dark rom-com. And it wasn't in my brain how much more scenes there were in this book than there are Butcher and Blackbird. And that's fine. Like, I'm there for it. I'm there.
Just thirsty. I don't know how obnoxious that was gonna be. I'm so sorry. I really thought I could do that. Resume. Yeah, so Lights Out. I'm so sorry. I really thought I could take like a smooth drink. I can't. No ice next time is what I'm going to recommend to myself. That was so loud. I did my best. Yeah, so when I was reading Lights Out, my mom and I share an Audible. Don't tell Audible that. When I was listening to it, my mom was like, messaged me and she was like, oh, would I like this? Nope. Please don't, Mom. Please don't. Like, I love you so much. Please don't listen to this. I'm protecting you.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, I zoomed past a lot of the scenes because driving in a car with your mother and,
That's awkward.
Josh has...
You go back and listen to him by yourself.
Has a knife.
Yeah.
And
it's in the bed.
It's being utilized, but not the way that knives should.
It was impaling.
It was impaling, but it wasn't being.
No, we'll read it.
Yeah. And I forgot how detailed that was, and I just skipped a lot of that book for my mom.
Okay, so I'll listen to that kind of like, that's the purpose of the book, right? Mm-hmm. Like, so I listened to it. But when I was reading Silver Flame, I was like, oh my god, get on with it. Like, where is the plot?
How many times can you grab the freaking headboard?
Right. But in Silver Flame, I'm here for the plot, and I'm not getting plot. I'm getting...
Yeah. It was definitely SJM's heavier.
Yeah.
On
and
the...
I think she was trying to get, like, what is it? Fan service. I think fans wanted that more, so she kind of gave a little fan service, and I wasn't here for it. What I would be a fan of is another book.
God dang.
No, she announces announces a paperback, and we're all like...
Yeah, the paperback announcement was kind of...
Annoying.
Also, for our listeners and viewers, if you can't tell, we tangent a lot. We go off on random branches. We may or may not come back to what we were talking about.
I don't even know.
We were talking about where we fall on the side of the scale.
I think we kind of explained that. I think we explained.
We ended up here.
Yeah. On SJM. I mean, isn't that where everything always ends up?
Yeah.
Enough of the SJM tangent. Let's talk favorite tropes. What are some of your favorite tropes? What do you want to see in a book?
So I would say one of my favorite tropes is fake dating.
It's a good one. I do love fake dating.
I love a good fake dating trope. I'm completely forgetting what other
enemies
tropes.
to lovers. I know that's basic. I do know, but I do love enemies to lovers. But true enemies to lovers.
Don't get me wrong. I love a good enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
I do. Especially being a dark romance girly who doesn't love enemies to lovers. But I kind of like friends to lovers more.
Okay, but it's cute. I do like a good friends to lovers.
Yeah.
I'm not against it. I don't love insta-love.
No. Yeah.
That's what...
Well, okay. Sometimes I'm down for it. Like...
There are books that it works.
Yeah.
What? I'm trying to think of a good example of insta-love.
Bloodguard.
Bloodguard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have to be in the mood for it. Like, if I want a nice slow burn, insta-love's just not going to do it for me.
Okay. If you're telling me it's a slow burn, and... It's a series. If it's a series, not like a standalone series, but like we've used it already, ACOTAR. If they had hooked up in the first book, I wouldn't have like that's not slow burn. That's insta love to me. So if you get together in the first book, and if it's a standalone book, I would say 50 or 60% of the way through, for me. You know, if that's the first time they hook up, at least 50 or 60% of the way through, You gotta actually slow burn.
You need a little bit of tension. You need a little bit of...
Oh, love tension.
Even if it's not, like everybody thinks the slow burn is they're not attracted to each other, too. And for me, it's like, no, there can be that instant connection. There can be that, like...
Insta lust, even, a little bit.
There can be, like, that, oh, he's so attractive and she's so beautiful.
But I hate...
But... It doesn't even have to be I hate them. It could just be I don't want to act on those feelings, or we're just friends, like I don't want to ruin my friendship, or something along the lines where it's they just don't know that they're attracted to each other, so it's that weird kind of like flirty bit, and then it goes away, and
I love the flirty bit. They're like, wait, are they flirting with me? Like, oh no.
And then they have to go stay at an inn, and oops, there's one
bed. Yes. Speaking
Another
my language.
Good trope.
Speaking my language. A fake dating with a one bed and slow burn.
We love it.
We are here for it. Actually, if you have Rex with that, all three of those.
Yes.
And I don't care what genre it is. I'm not like, I read. I am a mood reader. Ooh. Which might be a good topic right now, mood reading, but I'm in a book slump. And I might be in my worst book slump ever. I've only read 5 books this year. And it's currently almost Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
We're into the year.
Yeah.
And I'm 5 books, that's it.
I'm kind of slumped right now. Like, I am currently doing Scythe and Sparrow as well. It was recently released. Of course I'm going to read it.
Yes.
It's one of my favorite dark rom-coms. Brynn Weaver is phenomenal, by the way.
Is.
She's great.
We love you. Sponsor us, Brynn Weaver.
Yeah. Black Sheep, awesome.
Yeah.
I'm tangenting.
No, but this is a good tangent. We love it. So, but with us talking about those good tropes, I was like, wait, maybe that's what I need right now. Maybe I need a slow burn, fake dating, even enemies to love. Okay, so what was it? The book Hating Game. Did you ever read that?
I watched the movie.
Okay, the movie sucks. I'm so sorry. The movie sucks. You read the no.
Maybe it's because I didn't read the book, but I liked the movie.
Okay, I like Lucy Hale.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that was aggressive. I don't hate the movie. I don't love the book either, but I do love all the tropes. They don't like each other.
Mm-hmm.
There's a fake dating. There's a one bed scene. So it has everything that you want, and they don't hook up until later on in it.
Mm-hmm.
So it is in my opinion, a true slow burn. So, guys, give me recommendations. I need Rex right now. I can't. Like, I'm a chapter into Scythe and Sparrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't get into anything right now, though. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
This has been, I do know what it is. I finished the 5th book in Stormlight Archives. And I read all of those books in December. Like, I read like 8,000 pages of Brandon Sanderson in December. It's a lot. And then I got done. I was like, what do I do with myself now? And nothing compares to Brandon Sanderson. He's like the greatest author.
I still haven't read any Sanderson yet. I need to.
Yes.
I want to.
But it is a lot, and I understand.
Yeah.
And I have my opinion. We can get into this later. I have my opinions on where you should start with Brandon Sanderson and all that stuff. But it's just taken a lot to get out of the slump and want to get back into reading. I haven't read Onyx Storm yet.
Neither have I.
Have you read Fourth Wing yet, though?
Nope.
Why haven't you read Fourth Wing, Michelle?
Okay, we're gonna rage bait already. We're gonna do that.
That could be the title of the episode. Why Michelle hasn't read Fourth Wing yet. Just kidding.
So Fourth Wing was on my TBR for a really long time.
I'm comfortable for this.
I even purchased the audibles for it because I like to immersive read. And Fourth Wing has a lot of hype.
It does.
And it might be deserved. I don't know.
Partially deserved.
It has a lot of hype. It has a huge following, which is okay because I have read books that have a huge following, that have a lot of hype, and have enjoyed them. Yes. I am probably going to take some hate for this, but when it comes to certain clips and videos of interviews and cons and book releases, I personally think Rebecca Yarros can come off a little smug. Yeah. And she can be a little rude. And I kind of want to be like, humble yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
She did get big very quickly. She had a ton of books.
Yeah.
And I've read her military romance books, a few of them, like The Last Letter, a few of them. And I've enjoyed them. So I think these books are rushed, in my opinion. Like, they're good. We actually have a guy at work that just read them, and he was saying that it's just, you can tell that they are, he said it seems like a teenager's writing them sometimes with how, like, the emotions are and everything. They're like, yeah. And I think sometimes these overhyped books, then you overhype it in your mind.
Yeah.
And then you read it and you're like.
And that's kind of where I'm sitting right now with a lot of, and it's not just Fourth Wing.
No.
There's a lot of, like, overly hyped books on TikTok especially, although.
Should we say what our overhyped books are right now? Or is that too much?
No, that's too much. That's too much. Yeah, that's too much. Yeah. There are a lot of, like, overhyped books that I've read that I've enjoyed. That I'm like, they're not bad. I think some of them deserve the hype.
Yeah.
However, I think some of the books that have gotten a lot of hype and got super famous overnight. I personally have not enjoyed them.
Yeah.
There have been ones that I have completely DNF'd. And there are ones where I finished it and I was like, that was copy paste SJM.
Yeah.
And all you did was change a character's name.
Yeah.
Which is a little crazy. Maybe we cut this out because I'm going to get death threats.
No, I disagree. I disagree because I think a lot of people actually agree with you. I just don't think we see those people that often. Like, okay, Road of Bones. Yeah. We both have it. It's one of our favorite books, especially that I read in 2024. Phenomenal book. Mm-hmm. That was a very hyped book on TikTok.
See, and I didn't get the videos of it being super hyped until after I had read it.
Okay, yeah. So I got the videos, and we read it pretty
close together.
Yeah, and we read it pretty early on, and it's, I don't know, Kingdom of Claw wasn't out yet. We had to wait for Kingdom of Claw. Didn't we?
No.
I thought we did.
No.
I'm crazy. I'm losing my mind.
No. We didn't have to wait for Kingdom of Claw. It had just come out.
No, you're right. And then we thought we were going to get the third book faster, and then it got picked up for Tribe Publishing. Now we're waiting forever. And it's fine. Take your time. Make it perfect. But, like...
Yeah.
I want it. And I will reread.
Oh, I'm 100% rereading. I love Scylla. I love Ray.
Ah, yeah. I love Ray. That's weird saying that.
Yeah. Yeah.
My kid's name is Ray. Or that's her nickname. Yeah, I really gotta stop naming my kids after books.
Yo.
Okay, my kid was named that before I read that. Okay, to be fair, I named my child first, and then this book came out. I wouldn't have changed my kid's name anyway. This was the name picked out. So yeah, Road of Bones is great. I want the third book. And I think what led us here is we were talking about our favorite tropes. And I don't think we talked about many favorite tropes. Maybe we got two.
I was going to say we touched enemies to lovers, friends to lovers, fake dating, and one bed.
One bed. Slow burn versus insta love.
Yeah. I don't know how we got to Road of Bones.
Honestly, we are who we are. And you gotta accept us.
We're not gonna do well, Krissy.
I think this is gonna
confuse people so bad that it's gonna be woo 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 woo.
But I think our people are here. The ADHDers. I think they are here, and they actually will be like, no, I fully followed you guys, and this was easy to listen to.
Yeah, maybe.
Or maybe they're gonna be like,
I was gonna say, I know that if I was listening to this right now,
I'd be invested.
You would be. I don't have ADHD.
Okay, whatever. Like, I have ADHD. It's fine. Don't judge me. My brain talks about what it wants to talk about. And the people that like our chaos can stick around. And if you don't like our chaos, we'll be a little less chaotic next time.
We'll try to be.
Yeah, literally no promises.
Sometimes we do be chaotic. I mean, we're friends, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
we're just...
friendships,
we're two friends just having a conversation about books. We want you to be involved.
Yeah.
And we want you to follow along.
We are who we are.
And what we are is weird.
We are weird. Yeah.
But that's our allure. It's our appeal.
Yes.
Tell us what you want to hear. What you want us to talk about. We would love to... What's the word I want? We want to hear from you. That's what I'm trying to say, ultimately.
We want you to also be involved in this podcast. Yeah. So, this podcast is for you just as much as it is for us. So.
For the reader, by the reader.
Yeah, for the reader, by the reader, Abraham Lincoln. Bring back.
And we all came back.
It all closed in a circle.
Oh my God, we love it. All right, bye. Love you guys.
Bye.